Welcome to BPO 101 Career Guide Episode 21. In today's episode, we're going to discuss one very common question that is being asked by hiring managers during a job interview. What is the difference between empathy and sympathy? In a previous episode, I talked about empathy as part of the AER statements that we can use in handling irate customers. Why do we recommend empathy and not sympathy? What's the difference between the two? Aside from the fact that these words rhyme, these words also have similarities in the sense that both words are dealing with emotions. However, there's one big difference between empathy and sympathy. Empathy means you're putting yourself in someone else's shoes, and it involves feeling what someone else feels. You can only empathize with one person's feelings or emotions if you really understand the situation because you experience it yourself. In contrary, sympathy involves understanding someone else's emotions but only limited to your own perspective. You may feel that someone is going through something, but you may not necessarily understand what they're going through because you haven't really experienced it yourself. In addition, people who only sympathize may give an unsolicited advice but only based on their own perspective. Therefore, in the BPO setting, when dealing with customers who are irate, emotional, or difficult, we recommend people to empathize and not only sympathize. Here are some examples. Let's start with sympathy. I'm sorry for your loss. It must have been hard for you. Just move on and think that he's in a better place now. You may feel for them, but you don't necessarily understand what they're going through. Now, let's make it to an empathy statement. I heard about your loss and I'm deeply saddened by the news. I totally understand how hard it feels to lose a loved one. I lost my brother a couple of years ago and it still pains me until now. I am praying for his eternal peace. In that situation, you understand the feelings and emotions of the person because it also happened to you. You now see the difference? Now, let's give examples in the BPO setting. Let's start with a sympathy statement. I apologize for the confusion about your bill. I know you're upset right now. I would like to suggest that you review the charges on page 3 to understand where the confusion is coming from. Something sounds off, right? Now, let's turn it into an empathy statement. I understand that your bill is a bit confusing. I myself sometimes get confused with some additional charges in my bill. Don't worry, we will go through the bill together and resolve your concerns today. Does it sound better? Customers will appreciate us more if we let them feel that we understand their feelings and emotions and empathize with their situations. Hope you learned something today. Until next time!